exactly right. I was having an engaging conversation with Stephen Smith is here, and we are going to talk about, we've got a big announcement to make. We're going to make that here in about 10 minutes, and you do want to make sure you stick around. Folks, welcome. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV, over in Salem on Channel 3, here in Flora, Louisville, Sisney, down in Jeff, over in Edwards County, West Salem, Browns, Albion, all over the place on Channel 100 or Channel 99 or Channel 25. Thank you so much for tuning in, no matter how you are doing it here on this glorious Tuesday. Stephen is a realtor here in Flora, and we are going to talk about that maybe just for a second, but probably not too much today after his darned big announcement. You're not going to tell people what your big announcement's going to be.
We'll wait.
We'll wait. There he is. The man knows his media. Exactly right. The man knows his media. As we're going to talk about that later. What is going on in the community? You're off the screen right now, so feel good about yourself. Go ahead and do what you want. Community events. What's going on? Well, here right this time of year, school's getting ready to go back in session pretty soon, but there's still a few vacation Bible schools going on right now that you or your children might want to know about. Usually they start up on Monday, run through Thursday or Friday, but I suspect you can get your child in now after it has already begun. The fun one, there's a couple of fun ones, but this fun one over in Salem at the First Christian Church of Salem, they've got the Masters Kids Bake Off, and they're doing that all week long. Last night, I believe they made some pizza on Monday night. Here, Tuesday night, they are going to be doing, it is, the Tuesday night schedule is For the Love of Chocolate. Now, you're a fan of that. You can talk about For the Love of Chocolate, right?
It's yes, love of chocolate. It's one of those necessary evils.
Exactly. That's well put. That's well put. The For the Love of Chocolate is tonight, and they've got other stuff for the rest of the week. What else is going on? Strong Tower Church here in Flora. That's behind the McHenry School. They've got Vacation Bible School going all this week as well. I believe they are going through Friday. That's for kids 5 years old in kindergarten through the 5th grade, and 6 o'clock tonight till 8:30. And you know a little bit about the Strong Tower Church. I did not realize you are experienced there.
I am, yes. Strong Tower Church. It's been there for 5-6 years now. Pastor Ron Clausen and everybody that goes there. It's an amazing church.
But you used to be a youth minister.
Yes, I was a youth minister there for a short time, and unfortunately, life started getting a little busy, and we had to back out of
that. Happens.
Of that. But it was they've got a great youth there in this program. I'm glad you brought this up. But this program, they get over 100 kids.
Oh, they really?
Every night for this VBS, and it is truly a good program for these kids.
Well, it is certainly that. Yeah. Always good. It's always good to find kids a place to go.
Right.
In the middle of the summertime and that kind of thing. Well, that's cool. I'm glad that you have done that. Let's see what else is going on here at Heritage Woods at 6:30 tonight. It's the country sounds of Lance and Tina. They'll have that going on and that'll be at 6:30 tonight, probably about an hour. Go down there and say hello to your friends. Also at Flora Rehabilitation and Healthcare Center today at 10 a.m. this morning. It's Piano with Mary. Piano with Mary, probably take about an hour. I suspect she'll be playing. And down in Fairfield at the Christian Church, they're going to host their weekly Mom's Day Out. They do that all summer long. They started in June. I think they've got this week and next week they will conclude their Mom's Day Out. That's it's basically a plan for folks. You can bring your kids age 2 to 4 years old. They have daycare, but it's really something to get mom out of the home and make sure that she is having some fun. What else is going on today? And well, actually, this is a good one. Up in Effingham, they're having the Sunset Community Celebration, and that'll be at the Effingham Public Library. This goes hand in hand with National Night Out Day. This is National Night Out Day, as the first Tuesday in August promotes police community partnerships in neighborhoods across the country. The event focuses on the community and raising awareness through camaraderie by improving area relationships. The hope is to make our neighborhoods safe. So you might think about that. Here's what the Effingham Sunset Community Celebration will, that's who all is going to be there up in Effingham. Meet your local law enforcement, your telecommunicators, your firefighters, EMS, military, and more. And it's hosted by the Effingham County Police, Effingham Police Department, as well as community agencies. Some of the other things the National Night Out is intended for, they shine a spotlight on the community policing programs, including drug prevention, town watches, neighborhood watches, and all kinds of other things. How to do that? Well, you go out and say hello to your local law enforcement individuals. Go out and say hello to those folks. They always like to hear from you. This is also, by the way, the National Night Out started in 1984 in the United States and Canada, so they're pretty close to celebrating 50 years of the National Night Out. If you don't want to meet your police officer or your EMS or anybody like that, this is also National Root Beer Float Day. What do you think of National Root Beer Float Day?
You know what? It has been a while since I've had a root beer float, but that picture, it looks amazing.
Doesn't that look good?
It does.
From what I understand, they're giving away free root beer floats at A&W and at Der Wiener Schnitzel.
I'll be darned.
There are no A&Ws or Der Wiener Schnitzels around here.
Right.
Where would the closest one be?
St. Louis, maybe?
Evansville has they've got a Wiener Schnitzel. I don't know if they have an A&W anymore.
I'm not sure if they do or not. It's been a while since I've been over there, and I actually looked for an A&W.
When's the last time you looked for an A&W?
Right.
Mount Vernon used to have one.
They did, yeah.
Did you ever go there as a kid?
I did, but the one I can think of was a Zips. Remember, wasn't over there by Zips?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a little thing.
Yeah.
A little A&W. See, you may not. You might be making memories up. I'm 20 years older than you. 18. I'm about 5 years older than Steven here, and but I do remember them having an A&W. Oh yeah, that's fun. That's a National Root Beer Float Day. Also known as the Black Cow. The root beer float got its start in Colorado in a mining camp. Frank J. Winter of Cripple Creek, Colorado, gets credit for inventing the Black Cow back in August of 1893. So there you go. That's how that came about. What's on Wabash? What do you want to watch on television tonight? Well, there's still baseball going on. A lot of baseball. You got another 2 months, and football's coming shortly, but baseball is here to stay. Chicago White Sox will be in Detroit tonight, and that's on NBC Sports Chicago, channel 643 on your Wabash dial. Hector Santiago taking the mound for the White Sox. He's going to go against Drew Verhagen for the Tigers. Tigers having a rough year. Be prime time for the White Sox to get some wins. Oakland A's back in Chicago tonight. That's at 7:05 this evening. That's also on NBC Sports Chicago, but it's on Plus, so it's on 644. If you're on the fiber, you'll be able to get the White Sox on 643 and the Cubs on channel 644. Brett Anderson taking the mound for Oakland. He'll go against John Lester for the Cubs, and the Cardinals will be in action. They will be playing tonight in Los Angeles, game 2 of their 3-game series. That's at 9:10 this evening. Fox Sports Midwest, channel 630. Miles Michaelis taking the mound for the Cardinals, and he'll be going against the big left-hander, Clayton Kershaw, for the Dodgers. You're a Cardinal fan.
Absolutely. Yes. Don't you have to be?
I kind of think it is. No, I know some Cub fans too. You don't mind the Cub fans. Cub fans are fun.
They are.
Yeah, well, you're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. My guest is Stephen Smith, and we're going to come right back and make a big announcement right after these messages. Do stick around. Back in a sec.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction. with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Now I'm hot. Welcome back, folks. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today, Stephen Smith from here in Flora. How you doing, Stephen?
I'm doing very good. Thank you for having me today.
Thank you so much for being here. And
Yes.
I tell you what I'm going to do. Let's switch to this camera,
All right.
so that everybody can get a good look at straight on at your face, as opposed to the Rembrandt profile thing. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
glad you're here. Tell me why you're here. We're getting to it immediately. Folks, the surprise. The announcement's coming.
Right.
What are you here? What are you telling me for?
I am here because I am running for state representative of the 109th District.
There he is.
As a Republican.
As a Republican. I was going to ask.
Right.
I was going to ask to make sure which direction you were. So you're running for Darren Bailey's seat.
I am, yes.
Tell me about yourself. Tell me about your family. Tell me about first, tell me why you decided to run for State House.
Right. Well, this was never in the cards for me. I never woke up one morning and just said, hey, you know what? I want to run for office. This has been something that has come up since Representative Bailey has announced that he was running for Senate.
That was about a month ago.
It was about a month ago.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, I had somebody call me and say, hey, Stephen, you need to consider this. And I laughed.
I can remember exactly when it was, because it was July 8th. It was whenever I was doing the show down at the 4-H barn,
Right.
in Fairfield. That was the day he was announcing it to people.
Yep.
And so 4 weeks.
Yeah, and it really wasn't too long ago.
So you started getting calls.
I started getting. I got the first call in, and I apologize to that person because they're probably watching. But
You get the call.
I
You get
did.
the phone call that day. You don't want to tell me who it is,
Right, I'm not going to.
because you said, "Oh, that's crazy."
It is, and I just is never in the cards. Never thought that this would even be possible. Then I get another call about an hour later.
And this was probably that same day, wasn't it?
This was the same day. And then I skipped a day or so, and then I got 3 or 4 more calls.
No kidding.
And then the next day I get 2 or 3 more calls.
Really?
And then it just started resonating. Then I started talking to my wife about it.
The thinking, the gears began going, didn't they?
It did. It began going. I'm a very political person already as it is, and I do have some strong beliefs. But I started talking about it with my wife. I talked about it with my pastor, and I even called Darren Bailey up and was asking his advice on it. And after speaking with him and the church members and my family and friends, we thought we'd make a go of it. I think we've got a very strong message that Illinois needs.
When you started thinking about it, when were you surprised when you started getting these phone calls?
Very surprised.
Because it wasn't something you say, it wasn't even on your radar.
No, it's really not. I was actually going a little bit different direction in my life, and which I'm still going toward that. But this has kind of put a pause in it. And, after looking at it, this is more important than anything personal in my life going on right now. Illinois is going down the barrel very quickly, and we need to step up. And Representative Bailey has started a movement.
Yeah,
he really has, and I cannot wait for him to become our senator. But he has started a movement. We need to have Bible-based leaders in Illinois. This right here, and I'll go through the story of this Bible a little bit later. In the show. But I'm a firm believer. If you have this as your base, you can't go wrong. We need to have our laws based on this book. We really do. If we have this is a guideline. You call it a user's manual. If we have that as our base, we can't go wrong.
Well, there's things. We'll get to that in a little bit. We'll get to that in a little bit. Okay, what did your wife say? First, whenever you say, you say, Laura, tell her about your family. Tell her about your family.
All right. My wife, Flora Smith. She is a teacher, kindergarten teacher here in Flora.
Your children?
My children. I have a daughter, Adara.
Okay.
And
how old is she?
She is going to be 9 years old.
Okay.
Yep. And I have a son named Wyatt.
Okay.
He's going to be 5 here within the next couple weeks.
Nice. All right.
Yes.
Lovely family.
Thank you.
Lovely family unit getting going, and all of a sudden, Dad says, "Hey, I'm thinking of people are calling me, Laura."
Right. Well, the first thing on her mind is, which I haven't mentioned, is we have one on the way.
No.
So, yeah, we have one on the way due in December. So this is going to be in the middle of the campaign.
Election,
yeah, and
that's in the middle of the primary campaign, isn't it?
So it is. So you can imagine the look I received. When I said, "Hey, I'm thinking about doing this. What do you think?" It was one of the. It's hard to describe.
You're never going to be able to forget that look, are you?
I won't. I felt this tall. I'm more of a outgoing, go-getter, take chances, take risks type of person. Yeah. My wife, God love her, she grounds me. Okay, yeah. We actually are a very good couple together, because she's more of a grounded person as to where I'm more of a risk taker.
So you said she gave you the look.
The look.
But what did she say?
She said
she must have, the look and what she said must have been two different things.
It was, and I can't remember right offhand if it was this conversation we had or a different one, but I think there was an eye roll in there too. But
I must tell you, I've been married 26, almost 27 years. I'll be married 27 years. I don't know. 27 years in some month coming up. I don't know.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, it's next month. But I got away with doing eye rolls for about 6 or 7 years.
Nice.
And I didn't realize I was doing it until she told me that if I do that again, I'm going to eat a frying pan.
Yep.
So yeah, you just be warned about eye rolls.
The eye rolls are not a good thing.
You certainly can't do it. Right. Now she can do them all she wants.
But no, after the initial shock and we started talking about it, she's definitely behind this decision, and we really think that we can
She thought that you could do, and she thought that you could do well.
Yes.
For the state. I mean, that's one of the things you always hear about whenever you talk to politicians. They always have a spouse behind them.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, the successful politicians usually are a team, aren't they?
That's true. It's a team. I don't really consider myself I guess I might be a politician.
Well, I tell you what, if you win, you're going to be a professional. You're going to be a professional politician.
Professional something, right?
Yeah. I mean, you're getting paid to be a politician.
Right. And like we were talking earlier, the decision wasn't made because of the income that's coming in on this.
Yeah.
We've been fortunate enough to where we were able to provide without this.
Right. It's not like you'd have to move to Springfield.
No. And this isn't about me really at all, to tell you the truth. It's really about my kids, about my wife, and about our community.
Yeah.
Things are being done in Illinois, the abortion laws, the taxes, the total disregard for businesses in Illinois, and our gun rights are being threatened. It's a very sad situation that we are in, and we have time. We can still get out of the hole that we're in. But we can't let it go to the Democrats, or we'll just continue going down that hole.
I'm talking today with Stephen Smith. He just announced that he is going to run for the state representative in the 109th district. When we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about that, as well as get a little bit more background, let you get to know Stephen Smith here on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey on Wabash Catch TV. We do appreciate you tuning in each and every day. Stephen and I will be back right after these messages. Stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone services required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching. Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. My guest today is Stephen Smith, real estate investor, and now I need to change your thing to candidate for.
There you go.
I'll change that in the next break. I'll change that over in the next break. Yeah, he's the candidate for the 109th district in Illinois, 109th state representative in Illinois, and all right. For folks here in Clay, in Wayne, does it get into Marion County a little bit, right? Or is
No, I don't believe it gets
stops right on the county line.
Right, it does.
Okay. Richland, we've got folks watching in Lawrence County. For folks all over the place, give me the biography of Stephen Smith. Tell me about Stephen Smith. What do I need to know about Mr. Smith?
Well,
before Mr. Smith goes to Springfield.
I hope he got more than an hour.
I'll stop you.
Right. So I'll paraphrase. I moved to the Clay County area back in 2002. Attended Flora High School. Met my wife 2003, and we've been together ever since.
She from this area too?
She is born and raised here in Clay County.
Okay.
Her maiden name's Connell.
Okay.
Connell, yep. And we as a real estate investor, I bought my first home when I was a senior in high school.
Did you really?
I did. I have a great teacher. I'm actually working with him now. The person who got me interested in real estate is Phil Wiley.
Phil Wiley, sure.
Phil Wiley, yep. So
former guest, he's a friend of the show.
Absolutely, yes. He's a great man and has been very beneficial in me and my family's lives.
What got you? Was it Phil, or what got you to buy a house? Your first house when you were in high school?
Right. I've always been interested in the business field, and I actually started off selling blackberries on a highway.
Did you really?
I did from my grandfather's house.
So you're self-made?
For the most part, yeah. For the most part, I did have a lot of help along the way from people like Phil Wiley.
Yeah.
One of the few people I actually look up to. But bought my first house I bought from him. So I'm not sure if he was trying to help me out, if he was trying to sell a house.
Maybe he just started you down the wrong path.
Right, maybe he did. But I got that. That was my first rental home, and I just built from there.
How many homes have you? How many homes have you owned? And do you do it as a flip, or do you mainly rent these homes?
We do both. We only keep our rentals for a certain amount of time, and for capital gains tax reasons.
Yeah.
And then we rotate. So, but yes, we do flip homes as well.
Mm-hmm. How many times have you? I guess my question. The reason I'm asking the question. How many homes do you typically own at one period of time, or how many folks do you have renting from you at any one particular point in time? I don't want to get too deep into your business.
Right. But several dozen at one point.
Okay.
At one point, we've scaled back a little bit. Recently, but that's it. Just really depends. There's not really a solid number.
So, as a lessor, you probably. And now you're wanting to become a legislator. You already have firsthand knowledge about all kinds of legal things. I mean, because most folks who are buying or renting their home where they live, their principal residence, they're not dealing on the back end. You're dealing with all kinds of laws and as well as you see how the laws are made too.
Right. It's and all these laws that are coming in to play this day and age is really going to affect people
it certainly does.
A lot differently than what the Democrats are trying to make it look like it's going to affect. For example, say you get paid $10 an hour right now.
Right on it.
You're right on.
Just hit it. The last you hit it with the boom.
Right. But say you get paid $10 an hour. Your employer is really paying probably $14 to $16 an hour.
Sure, because of Social Security,
exactly.
Their half,
right?
The health insurance and that kind of stuff.
And if you're making $10 an hour, you're probably going to get a good portion of your taxes back at the end of the year.
Right.
But the government also double dips, and that comes out of the employers too. So they're going to get those taxes. And
That's
a lot of
right.
people don't understand that on how that's going to affect these local businesses. $15 an hour. Well, right now, Illinois.
You're talking about the increase in the minimum wage.
Well, exactly. And I think you have to be absolutely evil if you feel that people shouldn't make a better wage.
Sure, of course.
I mean, I think everybody can agree that we wish everybody could make more money.
Sure, sure.
But there are different ways. There's a certain way that you need to do that.
Yeah.
For example, $8.25 an hour is what Illinois is at right now for your minimum
Right,
wage.
until it's graduating going up.
And say you're single and you don't claim anything. Well, based on that, you're going to pay about $500 in taxes a year for that.
Okay.
So minimum wage goes up to $15 an hour. Say you're still single and you work your 40 hours a week. Your taxes are going to go up to $2,100 a year.
Wait a minute. I'm not even doubling my money.
No.
My income.
Well, your income will go up too as well, but
not that much.
But really not that much. You're going to be paying more than triple.
Yeah.
In taxes. So it's easy for the government to come and say, "Hey, guess what? You're an employer. You're going to pay your employees more money, and guess what? We're going to take more out of taxes."
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
this is the focus that a lot of people aren't understanding when it comes to this minimum wage tax.
Yeah.
And I've talked to a lot of local businesses around here and how it's already affecting them. They're already starting to plan for the future. And it's sad. Local businesses, even for restaurants. I talked to a local restaurant. Servers get paid around $4 an hour.
Yeah.
It's going to go up to $9 an hour. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but they are getting tips too. So this restaurant is going to have to scale back on its employees, which means there's not going to be enough jobs. And the people that are getting full-time salary, not salary, but is working full-time, it's going to be going to part-time.
It's a tremendously tricky proposition, isn't it?
It really is. And that's the Democrat way, where that party used to be the party of the worker, of the general worker, but now it's becoming the party of socialists. It's true. It's true.
I hadn't really thought about it that well. I mean, you see that all the time, and you see that the word socialism gets thrown around all the time.
It does.
Yeah, it does. I'm talking here with Stephen Smith, and we're talking about all kinds of different things. I really didn't mean to get you into the weeds of a particular thing.
No, that's all right.
I tell you what we'll do. We're going to come back. You only told me to high school. You didn't even get past high school.
Well, you let me keep going. I said stop me if I go too far.
When we come back, we're going to hear what happened with Stephen for the last 15 years.
There we go.
Does that make sense?
That works.
All right. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. We'll be right back after these. Stick around.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple: to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
Looking to build a new hobby building, horse barn, or farm shop? Let Morton Buildings help you design and construct a building that perfectly suits your needs. We'll be there for you every step of the way, even post-construction, with the strongest non-prorated warranty in the industry. Plus, Morton's exclusive Energy Performer insulation system provides the ultimate in comfort and efficiency. To see our latest projects and learn more, please visit mortonbuildings.com.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Morning, folks. Welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on this glorious August 6th. Thank you so much for tuning in. My guest today is Mr. Stephen Smith. He is a candidate for the Illinois House, a Republican candidate for the Illinois House as primary. When is the primary election?
The primary is in March, last end of March.
So you got about 7 months to work at this.
About 7 months.
How do you go about whenever? Okay, you've had a few weeks now to think about how you're going to run or whether you're going to run,
Right.
and then that turns into you plan to run. When you start doing that, how do you go about planning how are you going to run your campaign? Is this something that you're going to go to festivals and stuff, or are you going to try to talk to people, or what's the Stephen Smith plan?
Absolutely, and I'm glad you asked that question. We are going to run a very positive campaign, going to try to run a very positive campaign. I want to talk to my constituents. I want to talk to the people of the 109th District. Give me a phone call. I want to come to fairs. I will meet you in your house and talk about the concerns that you have with Illinois.
Right.
I'm not afraid to do that. I want to do that. I want to get to know the people of the district, and we'll go from there.
It's a pretty sizable district when you
It
look
is.
at it here. You've got, I guess that is about the county line, isn't it? Clay County.
It is, yeah.
And down through all the way south of Wayne City into White County.
Right.
You're in Flora, so you're going all the way down to Carmi and to New Haven.
Right.
Really.
Right.
That's a pretty. You're going to be putting some miles on there, don't you think?
We're going to be putting some miles on, and for good reason. You know, I don't mind doing the legwork, the groundwork. I want people to know who I am and what I stand for. You know, I'm not going to be somebody in Springfield that can't be trampled on. You know, I hold values, and that's exactly why I want to talk to the constituents of the 109th. I want to see what their biggest concerns are. I want to sit down with them and take their concerns to Springfield.
Yeah. Stephen, we got you out of high school, and the reason I get back to your last 13 or 14 years,
Right.
the reason I want to get back, because I want you're a man of strong opinions.
Yes.
You've already said that.
Yep.
And I want to figure out where they were formed. Tell me about where your mindset, where it came from.
Well, it's interesting you asked that. Where did they come from? A lot of it came from my father. My father was a very strong individual. He passed last year.
What was his name?
Jim Smith.
Okay.
Jim Smith.
Down in Mount Vernon?
Down in Mount Vernon, yes.
Okay.
He played Mount Vernon High School basketball.
Okay.
He later played at Illinois State with Doug Collins.
Right.
Later he went and played professionally over in Europe. But anyway, very strong man, and very strong on his opinions too.
Yeah.
You know, when you grow up, you think, oh well, you know, your parents are crazy, and I'll never be like that. Well, as the years are going by,
you're like that insurance commercial.
It is, yeah, and it's really becoming that way, and I'm glad that it is. Maybe it takes a little bit of maturity to get the right mindset.
It probably does.
I was fortunate enough to where two of my kids were able to know him before he had passed.
Yeah.
But a great man. He treated us very well. But with that being said, he had a brother that died in Vietnam. His name was Stephen J. Smith, my uncle.
Right.
And
Your namesake.
My namesake. I
Yeah.
was named after him. And he got the Bronze Star.
So was he able to start a family before he went to Vietnam?
He had a wife. He had a
Okay.
wife. He was not able to have any kids.
Yeah.
So in a weird kind of way, I've kind of felt my whole life that I'm living not only for myself, but for the life that he could have had.
He got shorted.
So then that he got shorted. But he was willing to do that for his country.
Yeah.
So I feel this is possibly one of an opportunity
public
for me.
service.
It is public service, and like I said, I'm fortunate enough to be able to do this and devote most of my time to it, and that's what we're going to need. That's what we're going to need if we're going to change this state.
What service was your uncle in?
He was in the Army.
He was in the Army.
Private
he was,
first class.
He was a grunt.
Yep.
He was a grunt. How about that?
Yep.
Well, I can tell you are devoted. Tell me, you've got your book here.
Yes.
You've brought your Bible. Tell me about your Bible. And the reason I ask about it, let me see that.
Yep.
May I see that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The reason I ask about Stephen's Bible is because you don't see one like this very often. This is called the Sportsman's Bible, and I asked Stephen whenever we first started talking here. I asked what is the significance and the importance of the Sportsman's Bible to you. Tell me about that.
Right. Well, interesting story. I've always had a Bible. Always had a Bible.
Sure.
But
you could tell you follow it. I mean,
right. And there's, again, like I said earlier, that if we use this as a guideline for our laws and the way that we do things in Illinois, we can turn this around. But anyway, I was at church, Strong Tower Church, and we had a guest speaker coming to the church. Very good sermon. I hate it, but I can't remember his name right now, right offhand, so I apologize.
Like Billy Graham.
Well, no, it wasn't Billy Graham. I wish.
Norman Vincent Peale was there.
Right.
Cotton Mather.
Right.
Warmed up for him.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, it's all right. Anyway, we were sitting there, and he was doing a sermon. Probably took maybe 45 minutes, and like I said, he was good. He was really good. He came up to me after that sermon. I already had a Bible.
Sure.
He saw that.
If you're sitting in church, you probably do have a Bible.
Probably do. And he took his hand down. He said, "Let me shake your hand." And what's your name? I said, "Well, my name's Stephen Smith. You did a great job up here." And he's like, "I don't know why. I have no idea. But while I was doing this sermon," and he had this Bible while he was doing that sermon.
Yeah.
The same one. And he said, "For some reason, and I can't understand it, but something is telling me to give you this Bible."
Really?
Something is telling me to give you this Bible. And I was shocked at the time. And so I graciously took the Bible, and not knowing why, God works in mysterious ways.
The guy wanted you to have a new Bible.
He wanted me to have a new Bible.
Did you at least trade
No.
Did you at least trade the Gideon that you had taken from the Holiday Inn back to him?
I did not. So now I have two Bibles. Right. But anyway, I didn't understand the significance of that at the time. But not too long after that, my father had passed away.
Yeah.
So when that had happened, I get the phone call from the hospital.
Right.
And I was just devastated. And as you can imagine.
Yeah, my father passed away 20 years ago. I'm still thinking about him.
Yep. It doesn't go away.
No, it doesn't.
But the first thing that I turned and looked to that was sitting there right in the seat of my car was this Bible.
Is that right?
It was this Bible. So to me, that's a sign. And
that's probably one of your most prized possessions now, then, isn't it?
This Bible is either with me on my person at all times or in my vehicle with me.
Is that right?
It is.
Well, I got to tell you, I was kind of surprised when you brought it in, because usually folks don't bring their Bible with them when they come to a talk show. But this one clearly holds some significance to it.
It holds some significance, and to me, it kind of feels like, of course, not only the God is with me, but also my father is with me as well.
Well, that's a great story.
And and like I said, we need this in Illinois.
I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take our final break. We're going to wrap things up here in just a second with Stephen Smith. Stephen Smith, he's running for the Illinois House of Representatives. The Republican primary is next March, and with the 109th district. We'll be right back. We're going to finish things up with Stephen after this. I'm going to finally get him to talk about those missing 14 years. You know
where we're going to.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you talk about it at some point. He probably doesn't. He doesn't have anything to talk about. It was that was prison. I mean, it was really.
I was a correctional officer for a while.
It was prison. You're watching Big Talk. We'll be right back after this. Do stick around.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
Get what you want and nothing else when you order a la carte internet from Wabash Communications. Wabash Communications is now able to offer a la carte internet called broadband only with fast download and upload speeds, reliable service, and unlimited data usage. No phone service is required for our broadband only plans. Our broadband only menu includes packages up to 1 gig download. Call us at 665-3311 now to order. Service availability and internet speed will depend on location. Contact us for details.
Hi, my name is Bruce Dickey of Wabash Catch TV's Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Watch us each weekday right here on your local cable station. We're on at 9 a.m. with a repeat at 9 p.m. It's your local TV talk show with plenty of information, fun, and frivolity to get your day started right or maybe even ended right. Please contact me at 665-9970 or at bruced@wabash.net if you are a member of your organization would like to be a guest on the show. That's 665-9970. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Hey, thanks for watching.
At Wabash Communications, our goal is simple, to keep people connected. And today we are doing just that, better than ever, by delivering the latest technology and personal service only a local provider can offer. We offer services anywhere from fast, reliable internet, TV services, and home monitoring solutions to crystal clear local and long-distance phone service. Wabash continues the commitment we started back in 1952, delivering a great connection to the most important people we know, our customers. So choose Wabash, the local service from people you can trust.
In 1949, Morton Buildings constructed our first machine storage building to establish our bond with the farming community. Since then, our relationship has grown, and so have our product offerings. From the smallest specialized operation to the largest agricultural enterprise, we understand the needs of your business and continue to evolve to meet industry demands. Plus, when you build a Morton building, you're backed by the strongest warranty in the business. To learn more about the Morton Advantage, visit mortonbuildings.com.
Don't blame you. I'm just welcome back, folks. You're watching Big Talk with Bruce Dickey right here on Wabash Catch TV. I was about to tell you something I probably don't want to. Okay. My guest here is Stephen Smith. He is a candidate for the Illinois House of Representatives, and I promised you I was going to twist your arm and make you tell me. So you graduated. You started getting into the real estate game, but that's not all you've done. What are some of the other things you've done between high school and now?
Right. Well, right out of high school, I went to OCC, got a associate's degree in criminal justice.
Okay.
I worked at Southwire. That was here in Flora for a while. Yep.
Yeah.
And I was doing all this while real estate was in the background. I was slowly
with criminal justice, did you intend to become an officer, a police officer or something?
I have always had an interest in criminal justice, and that was an option of being a police officer. But it ended up being to where later on I was a correctional officer at Menard for a couple years. So I'm
guessing, and hear me out here, I'm guessing that being a correctional officer at a federal or a big state prison like that, state prison.
Yep, maximum
security state prison. I'm guessing that probably makes an impression on how you think the state of Illinois can be run and run better.
Well, that's you're right about that. there has been a lot of gun shootings recently.
Right.
And the state of Illinois does not have facilities for the mentally ill
Right.
people. They
put them in jail, and Cook County's full of 2,000 mentally ill people.
Oh, that's true. Menard is basically an extension of Cook County when it comes to
Right.
the residents. But anyway, yeah, they stick them in prison with no help, and then they're just basically typical inmates. And that's false. There needs to be some reform when it comes to that, because as we've been seeing on TV, we've got a big problem.
There's plenty. Yeah, there's plenty of problem out there.
And it comes from these mentally, I wouldn't say handicapped, but mentally ill people that can't determine the difference between playing a video game online and what real life really is. And
How long were you down there?
I was down there about 2 years. 2 years.
Give me an idea of the. Now, I've spoken with other folks about how working at a prison, a heavy security prison like that, it can wear on a person. How much time did it take you once you decided to leave that job to basically get your brain back for civilian society?
It took a while, and my wife would attest to that. But it did. It took probably a good 3-4 months.
Did it really?
That. It did, and it's just the mindset. And with that being said, correctional officers are some of the best people in the world.
Yeah.
They're underappreciated, just like our police force.
Right.
Totally unappreciated and not recognized enough. And God bless them, because, they do a job that most people don't want to do.
I am here. I'll raise my hand. Somebody asks who doesn't want to be a correctional officer. I'm right there.
Right.
No way.
Right.
But boy, you must have some memories of that are just.
There's some memories that I can't really talk about.
You don't want to think about, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Legally, you can't really talk about. But it was interesting. But the good thing about where I was is that the other officers had your back.
Yeah.
And, there was Republicans there was Democrats there.
Libertarians
there.
Green Party, everybody's there.
But everybody came together for a common cause.
Yeah.
And that's the type of mindset that I'm going to try to bring to the state, to where we can reach across the aisle and come to some type of at least open lines of communication to get some things done that really need to be done.
Have you had the opportunity to go to Springfield to watch maybe some of the sessions, or to see how, to get the opportunity to meet some folks up there and see how it works and or doesn't work?
Right. I have been up there and I have watched some sessions, but when it comes to actually going out and meeting people and shaking their hands and introducing myself, I have not.
Yeah.
I have reached out to Darren Bailey and, kind of give me
Sure.
A step up of trying to maybe meet the people that I need to.
Yeah.
And he was more than happy to help out on that aspect.
You mentioned collaborating, and I asked Darren this. I asked Darren the same thing, and he did say, yeah, he intends to be a collaborator. But my question is, whenever you have an entrenched party, as there is up there, an entrenched majority party, it's difficult to collaborate and get a lot of things that you want to see done. Tell me how can you get past that difficulty?
It's tough, and that's where the business, I think my business past will come into play. Not everybody who buys a product from you really wants to buy that product.
Right. No, that's
You're going to have to convince them.
Salesmen have to sell.
That they have to sell. And you've got to be able to talk to people in a way that they can understand.
Right.
And, I say I'm using this as my foundation, and that's what I'm going to do. But there is a common ground between Republicans and Democrats that we can come to get this state back in the black. We are in the red now. Every state that is connected to Illinois is operating in the black, but Illinois is in the red. Everybody is leaving.
It's because they keep getting people from Illinois adding to their population.
That's exactly right. And
it's just terrible.
With the way things are going now, I don't blame anybody who wants to leave.
Yeah.
We are not business friendly to anybody. There's even locally here. We've got shootings going on in Illinois, and that's another thing. When hopefully, if I get elected to office, that's a big reform right there that a lot of people are overlooking too. In this community, our children at the schools the bullying that's going on,
Right.
the suicides
Well,
that
we've
have
had
been going
that.
on.
We had that just last spring.
Right, and by my time of being a substitute teacher at the schools, you know, I get to know these kids. We do a scholarship too for my father, and we get those
to Mount Vernon student?
No, to Flora. My father
okay.
actually lived up here for quite a while.
Okay.
But anyway, I do that so I can get to know the kids and know what their concerns are. And the teachers that we have, and they're underappreciated too. The teachers we have in this community and in the 109th are great people. The teaching is one of those things to where you don't go into it
Right.
unless you have a passion for kids. My father was an
It's
administrator.
not a
too.
moneymaker, is it?
It's not a moneymaker. No, you actually have to love what you are doing, or you'll go crazy. And like I said, I've lived it growing up with my dad being an administrator and my wife is a teacher. So we need to give these schools the ability to help the kids the way that they need help.
Right.
If you're in school, just say when you were in school and you went to, say, a counselor or something.
Sure.
And other kids saw you go into that counselor.
Yeah,
They'd
okay.
probably make fun of you.
They probably would
They
have.
probably would.
Yeah.
And that's where the bullying comes from. So
Yeah.
these kids who actually
I
need
was
help.
6'4", 270 pounds. They
Oh,
weren't bullying. They weren't bullying me, Stephen.
Right.
I was the one people thought was a bully.
right.
Because I'm loud. No. Go ahead. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No, you're fine. But you'd probably be made fun of.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, you're going to a shrink.
Yeah.
So a lot of times
You need
these
to
kids,
destigmatize that then, I guess, right?
you really do. And we need to give the schools the resources they need to help combat this problem. Because a lot of kids, they spend the majority of their time at schools because whenever they're done with schools, a lot of them don't go home because they don't have homes that they can go to that are fairly safe. So they either go to friends' houses, extracurricular activities. So my plan is, if elected, is to go around to these administrators, to the teachers and the staff, and go to these board meetings and get together with them and come up with a plan of action that we can do to help these kids. Whether it's an after-school program, whether it's another counselor, something we can do to help counteract the suicide, because the suicides have been on the rise.
You told me earlier, and I can't recall if it was on or off the air, about how the importance of Facebook is going to be in your campaign. You've got Facebook. That's where folks can find Smith for Illinois,
Yep.
At Smith for Illinois on Facebook. But a lot of the Facebook is where a lot of the bullying takes place.
It is.
And how can you bridge the gap between adults like me who don't deal with Facebook and kids who are just all over the computer doing all kinds of stuff?
Right. Social media is here to stay. It's
It's not
whether
going anywhere.
whether it's Twitter, whether it's Facebook, but it's very hard to police
Yeah.
that type of media. So, again, the average person gets on Facebook 19 times a day and spends an average of 20 minutes on there each time.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
That's a lot of time.
And like we were talking about YouTube earlier,
Yeah.
each minute 400 hours of video gets uploaded to YouTube.
Wow.
So it's like I said, it's
Like this
here.
one.
Yeah, it's here to stay. So we need to get to these kids on a one-to-one level. We need to get to them and give them an opportunity, give them a platform that they can go to where they feel comfortable.
Train
And-
administrators, train teachers how to recognize that stuff.
Exactly. And that's why I loved being a youth pastor, because we had that. And I'm not saying that is, actually I am saying that church is the way to go when it comes to this, because we had probably 20, 30 kids, and we talked about all sorts of things. And when it comes to school, when it comes to what's going on at home, and we really helped out a lot of those kids. And I'd like to take that a step further once we get into office and, like I said, go around to the administrators and come up with a plan.
Stephen, I have run out of time. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Stephen Smith. He's a candidate for Illinois House of Representatives. If you're looking for information, go on to Facebook. If you have a Facebook account, go on to Facebook, look for @Smith for Illinois. I can't believe that was open.
Yeah.
I just am astonished.
Right.
I am astonished that was open.
Yep.
Thank you so much for coming on
Welcome.
here. I
Thank you.
really do appreciate it, and best of luck to you. Let me know if there's anything I can do for you, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you very
Hey,
much.
folks, thanks very much for tuning in. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey today. We'll see you next time. Have a great day.